Hello and welcome to the Knights of Gab-A-Lot. I am Sir Benjamin,
And I am Sir Nick.
and we are here to gab your ears off over all things media and storytelling. And this episode is season finale of Fallout Season 2, Episode 8.
The Strip.
The place we all try to go to right away in the game and run into a bunch of Cazadors and decide to then take the roundabout way.
Exactly. Stupid Cassadors.
All right, episode recap.
I hate them worse than Deathclaws.
Yeah, it's a hard one for me.
They're not as hard to kill as Deathclaws, but they're so fast.
Yeah. All right, this episode. Hello there, boys and girls out in internet land, and welcome to the final episode of Fallout Season 2. In this episode, little brother Norm grows into more of a man. Some unexpected allies come to the aid of Knight Maximus as he liberates the people of Freeside. Miss Lucy learns of her father's diabolical plans to use microchips to mind control the citizens of the wasteland for his shadowy masters. The same shadowy masters that the Vault Overseer Stephanie is contacting while trapped in her office by the vengeful residents of Vault 33. And Ghoul Cooper learns that not only has the search for his family been extended, but that he must now confront this mysterious enemy from the past in order to facilitate their rescue. All this and more in the season finale of Fallout Season 2. It's been a while since I busted that one out.
All of you wish that you could do that radio voice. I thought this was a good season finale.
So did I.
Actually, you know what? I would even go so far as to call it a banger.
Yeah.
It had great violence. It had great emotional, here's a dorky word, resonance, and did a good job setting up a bunch of questions and events for season 3.
Yes, it did. Those were things I was thinking about as we were beginning that, I don't remember all our predictions that we did last episode, but I'm pretty sure we were wrong on pretty much all of them.
a good chunk of it, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like we still didn't get a definite answer of who dropped the bombs. I mean, I think it was probably the Enclave with how they're setting them up for the next season. But whatever. And the chest that Steph opens up in the vault was not FEV and so many other things, but still what I liked about this, what I thought was pretty good, really neat in this one is how it seemed to it did resolve a few small things. Well, I don't know. It's almost like it had almost like the majority of things weren't resolved, and it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna get off into the next season. But enough things were resolved that it did feel like a proper ending to a season.
Yes, and I like that they did that because, well, one of the things I find really annoying in TV shows or in books is where they have payoffs and resolutions one after the other, after the other, after the other. And you don't even get a chance to breathe between them.
Mm-hmm.
And what I liked, because one of the things that did get resolved by the end of this was Lucy and Hank. And that was the correct choice.
Mm-hmm.
There were some scenes between her and her dad that moved me unexpectedly.
Yes. Oh, so much.
I was very much drawn in. Do we want to get into that specific thing now?
I mean, we don't have to do like the scene for scene breakdown. I mean, we kind of have. I mean, we can get into it. It's
just real quickly then, just for the viewers here. Let's frame what happens specifically.
Right.
So at some point, Lucy goes. Well, at the end of the last episode, Lucy goes into the mainframe area and finds the head of Congresswoman.
Yeah.
In this one, basically, Congresswoman's head goes, "Kill me! No, I can't. I don't want. Why does everyone want me to kill them? Kill me, okay?" And then she clubs it with a crowbar, and that's that. And then she encounters her dad, who decides that he's going to put the brainwashing mind control thing on her, and gets one of his big thugs to help him. The Ghoul shows up, pops him in the head, shoots Hank in the ass.
Which I thought was absolutely hilarious because Lucy was doing that to Raiders in the first
Exactly.
episode because she didn't want to kill them, which I thought was
Yeah.
just nice
He
touch.
even makes it a kind of a comment to that effect. And
Yeah.
then basically, while Hank is incapacitated, he says something along the lines of, "All right, you deal with this now." Throws her a gun and then walks away, which I thought was real baller of him.
Mm-hmm.
So she takes her dad outside. She does put. I can't remember. Did she put the chip on the back of his neck, or was it him?
It's never shown, so
Okay,
I'm assuming she decided to chip him because of just what a monster he was being.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that so because he was talking about
Yeah.
miniaturization, and then and then she finds out that he so the diabolical plan I was mentioned earlier, he talks about that the experiment was not in the vault here. This
Mm-hmm.
experiment is in the wasteland on the surface. That he has a bunch of people chipped with the miniature, smaller versions of the larger chips that we've seen throughout
Mm-hmm.
this season, and now no one can tell if what someone is chipped, and he's now sent people out into the wasteland that are chipped, and obviously setting things up for things that are going to happen in the next season.
I
This
don't.
whole yeah.
I don't want to get too far away from just the moment though.
Right. Sorry. Go ahead.
The predictions, yeah. But so
Mm-hmm.
she takes him outside, kind of like, oh, let him see the daylight one last time while he's in his right mind, and she's got the remote control, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's obviously very conflicted because she knows he will not remember her.
Yeah.
He won't be killed, but their memories, their relationship is now dead. And even though Hank is a bad dude, it doesn't erase the fact that this is her father and she still loves him. And
Yeah.
you feel that tension between loving someone you're realizing is a monster. Oh, unexpectedly well done in a show like this. And he instead ends up turning it on himself instead
Yes.
of her. And I felt so much unexpected relief that she did not have to do that. I don't
Mm.
know. Like, I'm watching this and I just got hit with emotions like, oh, thank God she didn't have to do it. I was so into it.
It's funny
And
you
then he
bring.
kind of goes cat. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
It's funny that I'll bring it up a little later, some to expand on later. But what you were saying about like her not having to do it, there is a certain maintain. She's getting to maintain the person that she is, the good, for lack of a term, good person that she
Mm-hmm.
tries to be.
She's trying to
Yeah.
maintain that.
Mm-hmm. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah. There's some other points I want to make on that later on in contrast with another scene, but yeah, the whole
Yeah.
that whole sequence when he hits the button and it erases the memory and makes him more docile and nice. And I think what made it also so much more impactful is what I took is on her face when she's looking at him and when he's like, "Oh, hi, miss," and
Mm-hmm.
"Oh,
Doesn't recognize her.
yeah," doesn't recognize her, and he sees that she's got like some blood or something on her face. He's like, "Oh, mess, let me get that for you," and like just all so
Oh,
sweet and nice. And the look on her face is she is seeing
I know.
the man that she believed her father was growing up, the the man that she thought she thought he was such a kind and caring and loving person, and she's now seeing him be that now,
But no
and it's
longer as her father.
exactly, and it is tearing her apart, just her
It was
world.
so good.
Oh,
It was so good.
yeah,
It
it
was so
was.
good.
I was
I
so
was
impressed, so impressed.
I was like before tonight here, I was flicking through the episode just to kind of refresh it because it's been a few weeks since I watched the episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat and I just watched it again. I was spellbound. I don't want to like sound over dramatic, but like it grabbed me.
Yeah,
And I like
it's
those moments because we're jumping back and forth between her point of view
mm-hmm.
and Maximus as he's fighting the Deathclaws
Yeah,
in the NCR suit, and none of it to me felt imbalanced. None of it felt
no,
jarring to go back and
no,
forth.
not at all.
I really enjoyed this one, and I like
Mm-hmm.
too that for the most part, for most of the episode, Maximus is fighting Deathclaws. Like, how about those scenes where you got the people like the locals of the strip, they've retreated because the Deathclaws have come out of the enclosed area,
Hmm.
and they're making bets
Yeah.
on who will win.
Yeah.
So funny. And he
Eh,
just progressively like he's kicking so much ass, but
mhm.
I like that you could see with almost each encounter, there's still a cost. He's
Yeah.
not invincible. He's
No.
he's not going to be able to keep this up forever.
But he still gets to have his yeah moments, and everything. And I also appreciate that they didn't necessarily do like when there seems to be a thing of like when a character is winning in a moment and they have a yeah and then they get blindsided. I think those are good. It's just become an overused trope, and I appreciated that this fight didn't have that. You like Maximus got to have his moments of celebration in the as he's fighting and everything, and
Mhm.
it wasn't cheapened.
Yeah, and I like that even though you and I have waxed eloquent about all the things that we hate that they've done with the Brotherhood, and even with Maximus's character,
Hmm.
the one thing that I noticed with this was, you really just get the impression this is a dude who is very good at this one specific thing, and that is killing things while in a suit, you
Yeah.
know. And because as soon as he gets out of the suit, just the way that he talks, you go, he's still Maximus.
I also dug that Thaddius, he's when he's in the bet yeah, he's in the store with the rest of the people as they're placing bets, and Thaddius is like, I'm gonna bet that he's gonna win, and they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then he does like a bit of a rah speech to try to get people to,
Mhm.
help. And then that one guy's like, yeah, let's go help. And then no one else is going. And Thaddeus just kind of disappears. And then later on, and then a little later, suddenly a Deathclaw gets hit by a bullet, and you're like, "What's going on? Is that the people?" It's like, no, you got Thaddeus up on the roof using his foot to aim the gun, and like he got a moment. I mean, they kind of cheapened it with
He,
a
he's using his foot as a bipod, a
yeah,
sniper bipod.
yeah. It was so great. It was a little cheapened when they have a thing where he's like, "Oh shoot, I gotta reload," and it's taking forever. I was like, I could have done without that personally. Just a little too many jokes at his expense. But
I
it
actually
was
would have
fine.
liked I would have liked to have seen a moment where he skillfully reloads it.
That would be great.
I would have liked to have seen that, to be honest. But I mean, he's the clown now. He's the class clown. So,
Yeah.
but while this fight's happening, another Deathclaw gets hit. Maximus looks up at him. He goes, "Wasn't me."
Oh, that was okay. No, that's a little earlier because that's after he gets out of like when he gets out of the suit. Because I think it was after Thaddeus, he was still in the suit and Thaddeus shoots it, and then the suit gets damaged. Maximus gets out of the suit, and
Oh
I
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
really dug when he's out of the suit. He's got nothing, and he picks up a pool cue to use as a spear
Hmm.
and an old roulette wheel to use as a shield, and just he's set up, he's ready. Like
Yeah.
the fact that he's not backing down. Yes, Maximus has been I'd say the character who has been done the most disservice in this season, or like the least development, and had some pretty poor moments. But
Hmm.
here you get to still see a little bit of growth. He is not the
Yeah.
same person we saw in season one, the guy who never has a plan, but he's now willing to be
Hmm.
selfless and not selfish like he was in the first season. I love that. I love that.
I know. I have that in my notes too. Just Maximus holding the line. He's like, "All right, well, I'm going to die, but I'm going to die like a man."
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I
Hmm.
liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Um, you're right, yeah. And then is at that point where a Deathclaw gets his head blown off. He looks up at Thaddeus. Thaddeus is like, man, I don't know. And then we get a close up of an NCR Ranger, slow motion, shooting another one with the anti personnel sniper rifle.
Hmm.
I was so happy when I saw it because, as I've said in previous episodes, that is my favorite weapon to use against Deathclaws. Like that whole Deathclaw Canyon area with the
Hmm.
old like mining area,
Yeah.
I cleared that entire thing out with just the anti-personnel weapon rifle. So seeing my favorite weapon with my favorite helmet. It just with the music. Oh,
Yeah. When I saw the NCR Ranger, I was like, F yeah. I was like said it out loud. I was like, oh, it just felt so good. And then you see the NCR marching in, and
mhm.
because I will admit, through when we saw the that little NCR unit, and they were separated from the main group, I kind of thought like maybe the NCR is actually dead, and these
Yeah,
holdouts,
completely
and
gone.
yeah, and these holdouts don't know it. But seeing the NCR troops marching in, it's like, oh no, the NCR is still around.
Hmm.
Awesome.
Hmm.
They're here to make things right and everything. It's like, oh, that's awesome. That was I really I dug that a lot.
I did too. It looked really, really good. It looked legit. It felt legit.
Hmm.
And seeing them and then knowing at some point the Legion's coming up.
Yes, yes.
Which, by the way, we should jump to the beginning real quick here.
Yes. At the beginning of the episode,
Uh,
we get to see a bit of the climax of that whole active civil war happening with the Legion. I didn't expect to have that kind of dealt with, but yeah.
mhm.
But for those who haven't seen, we get Macaulay Culkin's character, Lanius, I believe his name. He finally gets the corpse of Kaisar, drags into his tent, gets the piece of paper that's supposed to tell them who the next leader is, and
And it
it
says,
says, "Go for it, man."
I am Kaisar. I am the Legion. It ends with me. And as he's reading it, one of the other commanders comes in behind him and says, what does it say? Who is Caesar? And I can't remember what he says. He says something, 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 and then
Uh,
kills him.
Kaiser is dead. Long live Kaiser.
Yeah, kills him, and then eats the letter, and then takes Kaisar's crown off. Crown, yeah, we'll call it a crown.
Yeah,
Marches
laurels.
outside as the battle has ended and everyone's kind of returning, and he has this speech. We're going to march to New Vegas, the holy land that they call New Vegas, and build a palace worthy of our empire. Caesar's palace. See, I mean, for Caesar's palace, the pizza place.
Little Caesars. Macaulay Culkin just does this character so well.
I like that it didn't feel at first it was a what do you call it when someone just shows up? My brain is not working.
Cameo.
Thank you. At first he was a cameo and now he's a character. I
Yes.
think he's pretty swell. So
Yeah.
they're marching,
Yeah.
towards New Vegas. So then we fast forward back to when the NCR are marching down the strip. And, then we got Lucy who catches up with Maximus, and they go up to Robert House's office and they look out in the distance and then they see the Legion marching into New Vegas. And of course, by this point, my nipples are getting hard. I got goosebumps everywhere. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be great for season 3 because I knew the episode was ending.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought, boy, they've set themselves up for a banger of an opening for season 3, and they better not screw it up with oh, I guess we won't fight. They need to fight.
Yeah.
Episode 1 of season 3 needs to be a bloodbath.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Like, and what I think is also great with the setup for the next season, like the setup for season two was all right. We were just kind of like,
Fine.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
fine. But like this one, there's so much setup that I think is gonna, like, you got the Legion and NCR. That whole thing is a huge setup. Like you could have just left that, but then coming back to Cooper, the Ghoul, when we first meet him in this episode, he's with House, and House has moved his consciousness program or whatever to that Pip Boy that he's carrying with
Yep.
him.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And I love that little reference. When he's first talking with House, that he was saying something like, well, if had many people try to kill me, random wanderers coming in, and like, oh, are you referencing the courier from
I think so. Now, except if they were referencing this courier, I did kill him.
Yeah, I'm not
But
sure which. Yeah.
my playthrough is not canon, apparently.
Yeah. Also, there was a snow globe on the shelf. I liked that little Easter egg. There was a snow globe on the bookshelf.
I feel dense. Remind me what the importance of the snow globe was.
You could just there was just snow globes hidden in different locations. You could get them and then sell them to the one robot he has in his penthouse, I believe.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it was just a little, it's just a little reference. That's all. Yeah. So, anywho, you got them going through as House is talking with Cooper, about the shadowy things that were happening and how he had his shit. Ah,
Nice.
damn it.
Nice.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have technical difficulties, and we will be right back in just a moment as Benjamin gets his stuff sorted out.
Okay, yeah, we were talking about all right, yeah, House talking with Cooper, the Ghoul Cooper, as they're walking down the halls and talking about the guys in the shadows, someone working in the shadows, and that he was off on his predictions.
I think one of the interests I don't remember specifically, but one of the things I did find interesting was I expected him to be the full-on villain
Yes, so
of
did I.
season two. And though he wasn't like a good guy
Hmm.
necessarily, he wasn't the villain, and I actually thought that was more interesting.
Yeah, especially considering like I thought there was going to be like some kind of reveal where he was manipulating more things and that Hank was working with him in some way because the device. So I noticed that the device that Congresswoman what's her name's head had on when it was in the jar, House had put on the same device in the past when Cooper had first met
Yep.
him up in the Lucky 38. So I thought,
Yep.
oh, what's going on here? So yeah, I did not expect, like I was expecting, of course, the Enclave to be involved in some way. I just didn't expect House to be as quote unquote innocent as he was in this season.
Well, yeah, I think it's still a little bit too soon to say whether or not he's innocent, but he's certainly not just the straight up villain, which I thought was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
There was
Especially,
also a lot. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna go kind of continue on the scene, but go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna comment on all of the back and forth with flashbacks with Cooper and Barb in the wake of their conversation with House, but that does kind of move right away from the direct spot that we're at. So if you wanted to add more to that,
No, not really. I mean, you've got House talking with him and kind of directing him through the management vault, and then of course he runs into Lucy and Hank, and then he continues on to the cryo chambers and everything.
you know, yeah. Now I can't remember exactly what your prediction was as far as the cryo tubes
Yeah,
and what he would find when he opened them up.
I don't recall. I don't recall if I even had a prediction for it.
Yeah, I was like, either it's going to be a very weird and awkward reunion,
Hmm.
or it's empty. I
Yeah,
think I said that.
yeah, I think you did.
And it turns out it was empty.
It was empty.
And this ended up being another one of those strangely bittersweet scenes that got me.
Yeah,
The pod is empty. He kind of goes slack jawed, right? He's like he's looking. And then House is just nagging at him. Oh, you bet on the wrong hope or something like that.
yeah.
Just going on and on and on and on. And the ghouls just tuned him out.
Hmm.
And then Ghoul looks down and he sees a postcard and it's Colorado. And I think on the thing it says something like Colorado is nice. I can't remember. I thought I wrote it down, but I didn't. And then his face kind of lights up a little bit and he gets choked up. He says, "That's where you're wrong," and then I know where my family's at.
Which also echoes when they the flashback in the past when he was talking with Barb and they were talking about where they're gonna go now that they've get passed off the cold fusion diode to the president, and they're kind of quote unquote done with all the shenanigans, and I remember if I remember correctly, they talked about like, hey, maybe we'll go to Colorado. And so, that'd be, I think that's part of why he was like, oh, okay, like almost a memory of like, we were planning to go to Colorado. I guess that's where I'm going.
But now I know where they are.
Yeah.
And he gets kind of choked up about it. And I was very unexpected. I was not expecting just kind of that little. I don't know. It's very subtle. Maybe
Hmm.
I might be reading into it or whatever, but it kind of because you want him to find his goal
Yes.
because you like him, even though he's an unsavory character.
Yeah.
But we also have seen so much of him in the past as Cooper, and the last time that he sees his wife, they're on good terms,
Hmm. Yeah. Yes.
which doesn't explain necessarily why he and Janie are off on their own at the beginning, like in episode 1 of
Hmm.
Fallout,
Yeah.
season 1.
Yeah.
There's still loads of questions, but now you have the kind of this bittersweet departure that they had,
Hmm.
or where he gets arrested for what was it, anti-government actions.
Yes. Which I was like, okay, who, who is in charge of that? Because technically, the diode just got into the hands of the Enclave. So is it the Enclave just wanting to tie up loose ends, or is there somebody else going on here? What's going
Yeah,
on?
I don't know. I think it's clear that the president betrayed him. I mean,
Yeah.
that's really obvious. He and
Yeah.
Congresswoman were making eyes at each other like it wasn't that obvious,
No.
obviously, but I
Yeah.
mean,
Hey, it was like Palpatine talking with Anakin in the opera house thing. It's like I'm gonna turn my head in such a way. It's like I am the bad guy. I'm twirling.
have
I my everything
you
about
ever heard the tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
my move. I am twirling my mustache with my just by turning my head. I am twirling my evil mustache.
I actually thought that was one of the best scenes in Revenge of the Sith.
It was a good scene. Hammy, but it was a good scene.
It was a bit hammy. It was a bit hammy, but it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
So with the Colorado, was there anything significant with that? Because I wasn't aware if there was or not. I did some digging, but
I did a little digging as well, and what I came up with was that in the game Fallout Tactics, Colorado is I think like the main area that you are in, or at least
okay.
the villain has a spot there. Yeah, I believe it was Fallout Tactics, and it is. I think it was an enclave. But I can't remember if it was enclave or something else. But basically, there is something called the calculator, and it's. I think it was an AI controlling things. I think I'm not sure exactly. Uh, so I don't know if they're, which I find kind of interesting that like okay they're going to Colorado. I'm wondering if they're kind of going to progress through all the Fallout games, like aspects from all of them. Where the first one, I'd yeah, maybe who knows? We'll see.
That'd be interesting.
Hmm.
I Yeah, yeah, you're right. It Fallout Tactics is about the Brotherhood of Steel. There we are. No, hang on. Here we go. Yeah, okay. Colorado is in Brotherhood of Steel. Interesting. It takes the game's story takes place in Midwest Chicago area.
Mm.
Final missions in Colorado. Okay, cool. Because that was my first thought when I saw that because I thought maybe Colorado was in Fallout 76,
Mm.
but it's not.
Yeah,
So that's interesting.
yeah. I'm really looking forward to seeing where they go with that, especially since we had that scene with Steph in after she's been chased into her office and she finally opens up the box of Hanks and starts and it's a Pip Boy with the Enclave symbol on it, and then she starts making a call out to the Enclave, saying, "I have it
Mhm.
right here." To basically, if you're listening, to activate Phase Two, which I'm like, what is Phase Two?
Yeah.
She also says something, and we find that in a flashback is that she is actually Hank McClane's wife from
Yep.
back in the past, which makes me think like, man, this long game thing is awful screwy considering they were playing playing a part in the vaults and married to different people while in the vaults.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this is one long corporate game. You guys are committed.
Yeah. I thought that was a really interesting plot twist.
Hmm. Yes.
So I was thinking back to the first time that we see Steph in episode one. You know, she's pregnant, and she just kind of seemed like a side character, and then she became this character,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was really, really interesting.
Yes, I
And
agree.
she's Canadian. The nerve.
You got to watch out for those snow Mexicans.
The snow Mexicans, yeah. Yeah, America's evil top hat.
Or as Shoe on Head, plug for another channel. Shoe on
Yep.
Head calls us America's retarded cousin.
Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna talk politics,
Yeah,
so
we'll stop with
I'm
that.
gonna leave it there.
uh, yeah.
Speaking of idiots, one of my notes here is from Norm's plot line,
Hmm.
where he does a little bit of escaping. Um, and I think what's her name, Claudia, I think was the girl who was helping him out.
Yes. Yeah. And then they get
Yeah, they get caught, and there's Big Boy. I can't remember his name,
I get
and you know, they're I'm gonna beat the crap out of him. You're dead. Blah 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 blah. And they're walking down one of the hallways, and then one of the elevator doors opens up, and you kind of hear some fluttering, but that's it. And of course, we remember that this is the same building with the Radroach farm,
mhm.
and this stupid vaulty woman with the survival instincts of a pet rock. She goes in, looks up, looks down. Huh, I don't see anything. I guess they're not as big as we thought. And one of them just jumps up and slashes at her throat. And I thought, you know what? If anyone's going to get a Darwin Award, it was you.
And then the Rad Roaches massacre everyone, and it
Massacre
just
them.
and
Absolutely massacre them.
Norm is able to kind of dodge things, and they get inside that one room, and the Rad Roaches get in, and Norm's just kind of locked outside while they get massacred. Okay,
Yeah.
this and then when because there's so many flashes back and forth, and Norm finally goes in, the Rad Roaches are gone, and it turns out that I forgot her name, the one who looked at
Claudia.
Claudia is survived somehow.
Plot
From,
armor.
yeah, plot armor. That one I was
Ashley
just
was
like,
like, oh, it's too bad she's dead. I'm like, dude, she's got plot armor.
yeah, that was I was just like, just you just had to have her sliced somewhere else. Didn't have to be the throat, but whatever. Anyway, but the look as Norm is bringing her out and whatnot, just the look on his face, I'm like, huh. I wonder if the writers are gonna have like an interesting contrast thing with the siblings of where Lucy does her best to keep her moral compass and maintain this um sense of civilization, because she's when she was trying to find her dad, she was saying, "Oh, I'm going to bring him to justice, bring him back to the vault to face justice," and she's trying to keep her moral compass despite the stuff that she's seen and done. I wonder if they're going to do an interesting thing, like something with Norm as a contrast of someone from the same vault, raised the same way, but goes dark. Because just the look in his eyes, like there's I don't know. I think he's gonna go dark. Like maybe not a villain,
Oh,
like I don't think he'd become a villain, but just survival of the fittest, kill or be killed, just hard.
basically me on my first playthrough of Fallout. Evil, evil, evil. Yeah, that'd be interesting. There's so many directions that they can take.
Hmm.
I think the one thing that would have been good. No, I think they left enough breadcrumbs for the next season because you got the whole Enclave stuff, the stuff with Steph, you got the
Hmm.
stuff with the Legion and the NCR. Never mind. I was about to say I wish they had left us more breadcrumbs, but then I was just remembering that they left us just enough.
And don't forget that in the was it, I can't remember if it was the previous episode or the episode before with the super mutant also
Yep.
drops he mentions the NCR and that not the NCR the Enclave, and that there's stuff going to go down. So there's a lot. left by this season.
Yep. What would be absolutely sick? Episode or season 3 starts out conflict between the Legion and the NCR, and then the super mutants get in the middle of it. Oh, it would just be amazing.
I was thinking about that today because I remembered you saying like how you want the Brotherhood. It's just like, I just want to see them be a good guys and have a big throwdown with them, the NCR, the Enclave, super mutants, the Legion, all of it. And I'm like, now the thing's like, if that starts to happen, like, must the showrunners were listening to our stuff. SpongeBob, write that down, write that down.
Write that down. Write that down, Patrick. No,
No, they're not listening to us.
no, no. But maybe someday.
Maybe someday. Someday.
Do you have any other notes?
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with the whole how Steph's whole situation is resolved, because she's locked in the office and she's calling to the Enclave, and on the other side of the door the people are chanting it was a death to management or down with
Something like
management.
that.
And I was
No,
like,
it was death management. It was let us in.
no, I'm pretty sure there was a chant of like something, or they wanted down with management or something, or there was a management chant. So
Might have
I'm
been down with management.
Yeah, so I'm intrigued to see where is this gonna go. What's
Yeah,
how is that gonna be resolved?
yeah, no, that'll be interesting.
Hmm.
Um, the post-credit scene.
Oh, we were wanting to talk about the penthouse thing.
Oh yeah, right, right. I just wanted to say that like we had mentioned it beforehand. The final scene of the episode was just Lucy and Maximus in how in Doctor House in Mr. House's penthouse
Hmm.
as they watch the Legion coming in, and then it sort of just fades to credits.
Yeah, I mean they did drop because in earlier when the Ghoul Cooper he takes off the Pip Boy that has Mr. House's program
Oh, that was
consciousness,
funny. Yeah,
and he
yeah,
just
yeah.
and he just leaves it there.
What, you're
Um,
gonna leave me here? You're just gonna
yeah,
leave me here?
and
You need me.
he walks off and everything, just leaves them. And then in this scene, while they're watching the Legion coming in, the camera backs up and you see House's big screen and it says connection lost. But then it flickers and House's head, flickers onto it
Did it?
intermittently.
Oh, I must have missed that. So he
So
can. Okay, okay, okay.
yeah,
Very cool. Very cool. Very cool.
so
And
he's
then we.
he's gonna get involved in the next season in some way.
I
We'll
hope
see.
so.
Yeah,
I like what they did with House in this season.
I
I
I did
like.
I did
I
too.
great actor for the job.
Oh yeah.
Um, actually perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Then we get the post-credit scene, which I quite liked. There's a Brotherhood of Steel civil war going on, explosions. There's somebody getting his leg amputated by a cleric, and all this great stuff. And I can't remember her name. I have the cast of characters. Her the bird Dane, the friend of Maximus, has like a rolled up thingamabobber and heads to Quintus's office.
Mm-hmm.
Knock, knock. What do you want? Just holds it up. Quintus comes in. Quintus is looking like he's in real rough shape. Do you have the what I requested? Yes, I do. And then he spreads it out. And before you see what's on the blueprints, and they are blueprints,
Mm-hmm.
he says, Quintus the Unifier is dead. Quintus the Destroyer is born, which is really, really, really hammy, but I think he delivered it quite well. Did you recognize what was on the blueprints?
I did. I mean, I also read what it said. Uh,
Yeah,
it's like Liberty Prime. I think it was like Alpha.
Alpha,
Alpha.
which is, I think it's either a precursor or an advanced version of the Liberty Prime model at the end of Fallout 3,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
when you're marching through all the ruins with the super mutants.
Mm-hmm.
And as it says, democracy is non-negotiable. Armies like you make me sick. So now they have the blueprints for Liberty Prime Alpha, which is not the exact same model, which means that they have room to kind of customize it and maybe present it in a way that hasn't been used before. So that's going to be cool. I was glad that they got one thing in with the Brotherhood of Steel that I'm actually excited about.
Yeah.
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 That was,
yeah.
I thought that was a really, really good season finale.
It was. I'm intrigued. I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with it. And like even like Cooper's thing in the past, I'm really wondering, okay, like where is this going here? And just like you, I was thinking like, oh, how are they going to do the link up at the beginning of episode 1? I mean, they might just say it was a dream, like a nightmare sequence, which I'd be okay with it being just a nightmare. I'm okay with
Which
that.
one being Nightmare?
When like the at the very beginning of the first episode where the bombs drop and he's gets Jamie on his horse and they're riding away.
Sure.
Like I'd totally be fine with that just being a dream sequence. It would make sense that he's afraid of this kind of thing happening. I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah, that's cool. That would be fine. I usually hate the it was a dream explanation, but
so do I.
But that could work.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see how they tie it in properly though, because I don't see how. I have a feeling that the plot has evolved beyond what that initially was intended to be.
I think
So now they
too.
have a little thing that they have to fix up, which I think is totally fine.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I am interested in is what is season 3 going to do with Lucy and Maximus?
Yeah.
Because Lucy's goal is now accomplished.
I think what was likely going to happen, because remember Hank had said that he's sent a bunch of people with chips out into the wasteland.
Oh, true.
I think that she's going to try to find these people and try to stop this and figure that out.
And Maximus will just sort of follow her around like a lost puppy with fangs, because that's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he does.
Which I'm actually okay with. I think it still works.
It still works for his character. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think Cooper is going to find in Colorado?
I mean, it's inferred, that the Enclave base is in Colorado.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's gonna find the Enclave. The Enclave.
Yeah. Which it's very possible then, because I don't see Lucy and the ghouls plot lines converging.
No.
So they might just do separate plot lines almost entirely for season 3, where he goes and deals with the Enclave and she's dealing with perhaps what you suggested.
Yeah. And that's her fighting because because Hank was working with the Enclave. That's her version, I guess, of contributing to the fight of against the Enclave.
Not going to find out for one more year.
Yeah, I'm wondering where they're going to do, like if like with the Ghoul. I'm really curious as to how much of his journey into Colorado we're going to follow, because especially if it's like just him. I have a feeling that we will get clips of him heading into Colorado. That'll set, but then majority of his story is going to be done in flashback, and that he almost like he's remembering things and trying to put things together in his head through flashbacks, and then that we won't see much of the actual journey until he gets to the Enclave base. Is my thoughts. That's my thought, which is fine.
Probably. It's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
As am I. It's nice to be excited for something.
It is. Yeah, it's super good. Super good to be excited for something. That's all I got. The gas in my tank is falling out real quick.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this little journey, and we will catch you next time.
Catch you next time. Thank you guys for watching.
Or listening. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, sir.
Thanks for tuning in. You can find more from Sir Nick by searching Great Tradition on YouTube. You can also find me there by searching Classy Chappy. If we name dropped anyone during the show, be sure to check them out and leave them a comment saying that Classy Chappy sent you. The intro music was by Kevin MacLeod, Incomtech.com, used under Creative Commons 4.0. Thanks again, and we'll catch you next time.